Hello students, how are you all? So let's start with the geography classes. So before starting the explanation, let me just tell you that what chapters are there in your syllabus now, because we have got a new reduced syllabus. So mark the chapter. So the chapter 1 map reading is there. Chapter 2 landform is there. Chapter 3 water body has been deleted, it's not there. Chapter 4 agriculture has been deleted, so it's not there. Chapter 5 mineral is there. Chapter 6 North America and chapter 7 South America, both are there. Okay, so two chapters, that is agriculture and water bodies, these two have been deleted. So in total now we have 5 chapters. So I'll mark these lessons, mark these chapters in your textbook. Now let's continue with our lesson. So the next topic that we are going to discuss is the types of plain. I have explained you about the mountains, I've explained you about the valleys, I explained you about the plateaus. Now it's about the plain. So broadly, like these plains have been categorized into 3 categories. Like the first one is structural plain, erosional plain, depositional plain. Out of these, depositional plains are very common, and we are also living in the depositional plain. What is structural plain? So first of all, we will discuss structural plain. Structural plain, these are the plain that are found mainly on the sea coast. Okay, so they are mainly found near the sea coast. So what happened that the the land, or you can say when the coast emerge near the sea, that is known that gives rise to the structural plain. So the coastal area, for example, in India, we have in southern India we have a long coastal line. This part of India is southern India, and here we have a very long coastal line, and both the side we have the plains, structural plains or the coastal plains. So what happened when the land near the sea rises, it gives rise to a wide, or you can say sometimes narrow, plain land, which is known as structural plain. So example are the Malabar coast of India in the western coast, and then Coromandel and the northern Circars. These are other, you can say, the coastal plains in India. Next is the erosional plains. So this is another category. As the name suggests, erosional means, so erosional plains, what happen if there is a landform, maybe it could be a small mound or a small hill, it is continuously eroded by the water of wind as well, action of wind and water. So these keep on eroding. So when this continuous erosion going on, it gives you can say it forms a plain area. So when this mound, or you can say the mountain or the hill, continuously erode because of water or the wind, then a flat area or a plain area is formed. That is known as erosional plain. So, and the main agents of erosion are running water, river, groundwater and winds. Examples of erosional plains are Upper Mississippi Valley of USA and Aravalli, that's plains around the Aravalli region of India. Now the third type of plains are depositional plains. As the name suggests, that the wind, main agent of erosion are wind and water. So wind and water do the function of erosion as well as deposition, because whatever they have eroded here, they will take and deposit it somewhere else. So same thing is here also. Like depositional plains are mainly formed by the rivers. When the rivers come down from the mountain, they bring a lot of silt with them. Finally, when they enter into their second course, they deposit it there, which gives rise to a flat or the plain area, that is known as, you can say, depositional plains. So when this action is repeated again and again for a very long time, then a very huge plain or flat area is formed. So this is known as depositional plain. So erosional it has been eroded from one place, and depositional when continuous the silt is deposited from one place to another, that is known as depositional plains. Example is Indo-Gangetic Plain, northern plains of India where we are living, and these plains are mainly formed by alluvial plains. The silt, the mud, that is the soil that is been brought by the river is the alluvial plain. So we all are living in the you can say depositional plain. So remember, structural plains are near the sea coast. Erosional plains are can be found anywhere, and depositional plains can also be found anywhere. So erosional, when the winds and water take away, continuously erode one landform, that gives rise to a plain area. Depositional, when the wind and water continuously deposit the silt, especially the river, then it leads to the rise of a depositional plain. Now, what are the characteristics of plains? The plain is like, you can say, it's a low lying leveled surface. Okay, smooth surface, low lying level surface. It has got a equal surface, no highs and lows. So that's what. And then the plains are mainly formed by alluvial deposit, and most of the time the plains are fertile. When we talk about the depositional plains, they are not generally fertile, and large number of population, large number of people, they prefer to live in the plain areas only. Why? Because it has got a fertile soil, it has very easy, you can say, kind of you can say topography, or the smooth topography. So the communication, transportation, each and everything is easier. That's why you can say the plains are the plains support a large population. So same thing comes in the advantages of plains also. Plains are thickly populated because again the same thing, because of the fertile soil, availability of water, easy terrain, and you can say a good fine climate or the moderate climate. And here the construction of railways and road is also very easy. So these are the advantages of plain. So this is all about the types of plain, the characteristics of plains, and the advantages of plain. This picture is of Indo-Gangetic Plain. Here you can see very huge field are there. We are living in Indo-Gangetic Plain, and we have seen that the soil in our area is so fertile that we can see everywhere lush green farms, and we can see a large stretch of green belts and trees and forest and all around us. So this is all because of the fertile soil. So let me stop here, and then we'll continue in the next video. Here you can see the different type of plains in different parts of world. Huanghe Plain in China, and Indo-Gangetic Plain or the northern plains in India. Here northern European plains, and here Great Plains of USA. So these are some of the prominent plains. There are many other plain areas in the world, but these are the prominent one. And as I've told you earlier also, you have to mark these plains in a map, and with the yellow color only. Plains are always marked with the yellow color, and then you have to paste this map in your notebook. So here also you can see a few more pictures of the plains. So let me stop here, then I'll continue in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care.